All right. So Dana came out and said that all the lightweights have got to fight each other. They've all got to fight each other. Well, yes, that's what we're doing here. That's how the division works. That's how the sport works. They all fight each other. There's a ranking system. They all fight each other. What we want to know is why your champion doesn't have a fight booked, and we are now 7 months removed from his last fight. And I think we all know because he's retired, but Dana's clinging on to it. So when it suits Dana, he will tell a champion he's got to fight, or he'll put an interim belt on. And when it suits him the other way, he will go, oh, no, we don't know who the contender is. They've all got to fight each other. And that's fine. I get it. I'd probably be doing the same thing if I had Khabib sitting there who was worth millions of pounds to the company. Or dollars if you're sitting in America. Anyway, starting to look at this lightweight division. And obviously, what broke this morning is that Justin Gaethje and Michael Chandler is in the works, which I think is a fantastic fight. If they get that done, that's amazing. Great fight, great matchup. Really impressed by Chandler's last performance and obviously his previous work in Bellator. Justin Gaethje, aside from losing to Khabib, looks like a warrior at the moment, and his performance against Tony Ferguson was exceptional. So I think that's a fantastic fight. Tony Ferguson has been matched up with Beneil Dariush. I cannot remember which card that's on. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. So that's happening. Conor McGregor is obviously fighting Dustin Poirier, which is the rematch, which I think is happening somewhere in the summertime. There's one card that doesn't have a title fight, and when you kind of jig it all about and look at where all the title fights are, that one is the only one that you can't really fit a title fight on. So that's probably the card where the Poirier-McGregor fight's going to happen. But there is a bit of a problem here. And his name's Charles Oliveira. Because Charles Oliveira manhandled Tony Ferguson. And since he did that, he can't get a fight. Now, I know he was offered the Michael Chandler-Dan Hooker fight. He was offered a spot in that, and he said that he couldn't make the weight to fight Michael Chandler. Dan Hooker obviously stepped up, got knocked out, and then had to wait 45 days in quarantine before he went home to his family, which is just awful, even though I just smirked. Sorry, Dan. Bad situation, but I love Dan Hooker. So, who do you make Charles Oliveira fight? I don't know. If you're Charles Oliveira, you want to sit and wait for the belt. But if Justin Gaethje beats Michael Chandler, or vice versa, they're going to be ahead of Charles Oliveira, aren't they? And then Dana's not going to make the winner of that fight Charles Oliveira, because then Khabib hasn't... Come on, mate, you haven't defended your belt in how long? So, the lightweight division is always exciting, and it's always entertaining, and it's always fun to watch. But at the moment, there's nothing really on the line. There's no guarantee that either of these guys are going to fight Khabib. There's no guarantee that there'll be an interim belt on the line. There's no guarantee that the winner of this fight is going to fight the winner of that fight. All it looks like at the moment is we've got some really, really, really exciting fights, which is great. But what are they all fighting for? We don't know it's to fight Khabib. We don't know it's for an interim title shot. We don't know it's to fight Conor McGregor in a payday. We don't know what all these guys are fighting for. There's no grudge matches. There's no rivalries outside of Poirier-McGregor. I don't know why Justin Gaethje's fighting Michael Chandler, apart from the fact it's a pretty good fight. I don't know why Tony Ferguson's fighting Beneil Dariush. Maybe because Dariush is going that way and Ferguson's going that way. But there's no story behind that. And I'm not saying there has to be a story every time. But when you don't have the belt, or you don't have the promise of the belt, it's a little bit more difficult. It's a little bit... The waters are a little bit more muddied when we talk about the division now. And I don't think it really takes the shine off it. But if you're the casual fan and you want to know who the champion is... Oh, Khabib. Oh, no, I thought he retired. Yeah, well, no, he did. He did retire, but he kind of hasn't. Well, how is he kind of not? Oh, because Dana doesn't want him to. So it's a little bit unclear at 155. All I do know is we've got some bloody good fights coming our way.